dazu.
Digimon digitiert zu Tentomon.
Tentomon digitiert zu Kabuterimon. Kabuterimon. Ultradigitation zu Kabuterimon.
Spürst du die Kraft in dir? Diese Wunde. Das Kind und Keo, Nishika, der
Hello folks! Maker881000 here, and now this is the main review video about this AtlurKabuterimon model kit figure, or if you want more our name, the Mega Kabuterimon model kit figure. Yeah, as you maybe know, I made several making of videos about this figure and about the making of this figure, and I also linked those videos in the description down below in case some of you missed them. Yeah. The name of this kit I already mentioned in the preview video, I think, but I want to show you it quick again, that this figure is made by Bandai Japan in 1999, and it's a part of the injection models line, as you can see on the box. And yeah, the actual name of this kit is Digimon Kit Adventure 01 AtlurKabuterimon. Just for clearing this up again, this is a more of a simpler model kit line, like I also mentioned, I think, in that preview video. Maybe I did, maybe I did not. And I customized this figure as well as it was in the making of videos, and because I made those making of videos about this, I won't go into detail about that in this review, because this is the review I just wanted to repeat this again. And yeah, so if you have a look at the picture of the product shot on the box, you clearly see the difference when the figure is in its original state and what I did customized on him. I think that's really obvious. In a direct compare, it is also, how I said, one of these more simple model kits with the price point of 300 yen in those days, which would be about under $3 US, maybe a bit over, I don't know exactly, but yeah, this is a very low price, and it was also probably one of the first model kits or model kit series they made to the anime. Yeah, and I also want to show you him a bit in a more close up here. It is a really nice figure for the standards of those days and for the low price, I think. Also in regard to the proportions, it is a quite well made figure. Or what you think? Yeah, I mean, collector wishes of today you should hide now for kinda judging these figures, but yeah, this shouldn't be a collector's figure. It was a figure intended to be for children back then, and from a more simpler model kit series, how I said. And maybe you want to know some facts about the figure. It is in this pose, how the figure is standing now, over 4.3 inches tall, and I maybe should bring in some other figures for comparison, don't you think? And for being such a model kit figure, it is actually very poseable, but I want to do the compare after. I just want to mention some facts about which I think are important. Yeah, and how I said, it's for such a model kit figure, for such a simpler model kit figure especially, it is actually very poseable. How I also mentioned this in the last video already, because I felt that this is very poseable, which I also didn't expect it to be. So now I will show you the articulation of this figure, and yeah, he can of course move every arm pair or the upper arm pair, but it's getting very fast loose again if you turn too much here. That's a bit of a downside, but hey, it was for kids, how I said. And yeah, you can see it is a bit movable in and out, and also can turn the arms up and down a bit on this molded on ball pack. Yeah, and also, how I said, applies to the other arm and the lower arm pair can just be turned like this until parts getting in the way, and there is no ball pack. This is just a simple rotation because due to the way how it was made and how this thing is designed. So of course you also can move the legs a bit, in and out, up and down, but they're also getting a bit loose. And yeah, you can see also here this molded on ball pack here. There you can move the legs a bit, up and down, how I said, in and out, depending on how pose you wish to wanted to give him. And also, of course, you can turn the feet a bit to the left and the right side, again due the way how this thing was designed. And which surprised me the most was this very move-able or pose-able head. That the head is very pose-able. It is also connected to such a ball pack again, and on this ball pack movements with the head in all directions are possible. You can a bit look down and a bit up, also to the side a bit. How I said, movements are in all directions possible with the head until our body parts getting in the way. And also the jaw is pose-able or move-able a bit, up and down, which is very surprising for such a simpler model kit figure. And of course, due to the way how it is made, you also can turn his horn a bit, but yeah, that's kinda needless because the horn rather should be stay in this one certain position here. It just makes no sense to move the horn or turn the horn, but if you want, this is also possible to do. Yeah, and because this is just, the horn is just put on there, and you can turn it on the connection, but just because of that reason how this thing is put together or gets put together. So for being such a model kit figure, he is quite much pose-able, how I said. Some different poses are possible if you want it more as a collector's figure. In case you are still able to get it, maybe also something what would be interesting is maybe where I got it from. And I got this AtlurKabuterimon model kit from Japan's most likely biggest online second-hand store named Mandarake for about nearly $64. So he wasn't this cheap tough, but I wanted to customize him in any way. So when we having more paint apps, he is looking quite good, I think. And I am very satisfied with my paint work. Well, I also can't say anything bad about my own works now. But hey, with such a custom paint job, it truly makes him looking better, as if you would let him in his original look. And for this we taking again a quick look at the box to see the difference. I think that's really obvious how much additional paint apps I gave him. Also, we have a bigger image or product shot here where you maybe can see it even better. But how I said, I won't get into detail so much because I made those making of videos. Here he is again on the back side as a product shot, and I think those customizing and which I done is very obvious by looking on those product images. So we would have that. And also have to say that this is quite well proportioned and has a good design. It's also very well detailed for that price and the standards of back then. Especially the horn is very big and very accurate in terms of the size, and in compared to the rest of the body, and matches to the original character design very well, which is rare on Mega Kabuterimon figures or AtlurKabuterimon figures in general, because on the Digivolving one they had to make those compromises for the size of the horn, you know. So yeah, it's a nice, rather smaller figure of this character of AtlurKabuterimon or Mega Kabuterimon. So, well, what else is to say about it? Maybe I should now bring in some other figures for the size comparison. How I said, the figure isn't this small, which you now see when I'm bringing in the action figure of Tendermon, which were all about 2.5 inches, you know. And yeah, against this the model kits are bigger, and this even gets more clear if I would bring in the Kabuterimon action feature figure. The size relation is very accurate, I think, to the original sizes what those would have. I think it matches a bit. And you also can see that the AtlurKabuterimon is a bit bigger, the model kit. How I said. And the original 2.5 inch tall action feature action figures were a bit smaller than those model kit figures. But also those model kits are very rare today and also hard to find. I had luck that this popped up at Mandarake. If you're interested to get him, just look on the site. Maybe he pops up again there sometime, and maybe also at eBay. But don't ask for the prices then. How I said, those circa $64, if I'm remembering right, were not bad for this old and rare figure. Also those model kits in general are very rare, even in 2008 and 2009, as I purchased much of these old figures from eBay, because at that time there were no new ones produced. Those model kits you can't find there. To that fact, I could do this review just yet, because there isn't much time passed since I got him. Maybe he was in my storage for almost 2 years now, maybe, because I found no time to customize it until yet. But in compared to my showed old figures, which I showed you in my very simple videos, in one of my first simpler videos, he isn't this long at my side, so to speak. So I think we should do some more comparisons and bring in the Digivolving Kabuterimon and Mega Kabuterimon figure of back then. And yeah, just to see how those are looking together. It's, by the way, the European version. And I also want to bring in, for comparison reasons, the new Joshinka Tamashi Bandai Tamashi Nations Tentomon AtlurKabuterimon figure, to see how those are looking together. And here again about the horn size in compare to the body. I mean, this is the most accurate figure in this regard they ever made of Mega Kabuterimon or AtlurKabuterimon, because on the new one, despite all the other proportions have the standards of today, but due to transformation ability, the horn is also a bit too short if we compare this to this model kit. I think this is the most accurate representation of the size of the horn compared to the rest of the body of all Mega Kabuterimon figures they ever made. So we would have that. And I also want to bring in, for the compare, the maybe two most comparable model kit figures of the Lightramon, of my fully customized Lightramon I showed you also before, because those figures are in their style the most comparable ones, because they are all in this more simpler style and are more those more simpler model kit, or from this more simpler model kit series. Yeah. And with the only difference that the AtlurKabuterimon model kit is of course from Adventure 01, and the other two of course from Adventure 02. But how I said, those are the most comparable ones when it comes to the figures here. And I think with that we are at the end of this review. Just want to show you him in a close-up again before we are ending this video. To see the figure again in a close-up. Yeah. And the last thing to show is what I forgot to show you as I reviewed you the box in the preview video. This additional catalog, which was also a component with this box here or with this model kit. And this is just the promotion catalog where you can see our stuff they made for this franchise, just not to keep that away from you. Also here some other stuff, and here are also this model kit line advertised and promoted. So we would have that. And yeah, this was the review about his Adventure 01 Digimon kit, AtlurKabuterimon or Mega Kabuterimon. Yeah, and thank you for watching. I hope you liked the review a bit. If so, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. If you are like the things what I'm doing here in this channel. And until the next review, take care guys, and goodbye, your Mega 88 1000.